What's my favorite business? So that's a good question. It came up, and that's why I already have an answer a little bit, because I did an interview with the Boys and Girls Club of America, and one of their students asked me the same question. Brilliant question. No one ever asked me that before they did. But favorite business would have to be William Dreamland Theater. And not because it's the most profitable in the game, but because the first story that I ever wrote was called Dreamland. Wrote this back in middle school. Unfortunately, this was back in the day when there was like computers and floppy disks, so I had it saved on a floppy disk. Maybe it sounds so old. Had it saved on a floppy disk, and unfortunately, when my parents got divorced, we moved. The floppy disk, got damaged a little bit, and I couldn't access it ever again. But that was my first book that I ever wrote. Before I knew about Tulsa Black Wall Street, before I knew about William Dreamland Theater, I wrote Dreamland in middle school. So that concept has a little space in my heart. Number two, I love movies. I think that will be the next frontier that I get into once I feel confident in board gaming, moving on to movies, to screenplays, to comics. And yeah, one of my lifelong dreams is to make a full feature film. So between my first story that I ever wrote to me just being a lover and creator of films, William Dreamland Theater is probably my favorite on the board for sure.